YouTube? It's YDD, and I'm coming at you with a video today about what an aggro deck is and what a control deck is, and how Konami has actually kind of changed that over the past, I'd say, year and a half, 2 years or so. Well, what a control deck is like it's just a deck that wants to like lock down the opponent and like control what they do, be able to stop it or let it go if they want. And then an aggro deck is like a deck that just wants to end the game like as quickly as possible. They're just like pushing to kill you. And then there's also a deck that's known as Aggro-Control, which is like these decks here. And they used to exist in the format of this. Like Mermails was the Aggro-Control deck then, and then Wind-Ups was the Aggro-Control deck then. And like an Aggro-Control deck is a deck that basically can do either or. It just depends on the situation, whether what they want to do right now. And Konami's kind of made it so, Aggro-Control has always been the best if it existed in the format. There's pros to control decks, which Fire Fist was a real big control deck, and Bubble Beat was a big aggro deck. There was pros and cons to those decks, but they were never really the deck to play during their respective format. Like during this time, it was like you probably should play Wind-Ups because it was an aggro control deck. It could decide whether it wanted to control the game or end the game. And now Konami has been making all their decks having those abilities, so basically everything that comes out now is aggro control. Like Burning Abyss is an aggro control deck. They can end the game on a drop of a dime, like Double Dante discard and then Acid Golem, and just ends the game. Or they can just like control the game with discard, Downer Magician, and like their discard traps. It just really depended. Like it was an aggro control deck, and then Cosmo is definitely an aggro control deck because they can kill you like that, like quick as fuck, like real fast. You can die from Cosmo, or they can control the game by putting out a psychic type monster and then passing turn, and then on your turn either disrupting your play with a Dark Destroyer, or I don't have the card up here right now, but you all know what Slip Rider is. Like that can pop spells and traps and stop the play there, and then Pepe is the best aggro control deck of the format. So everything is aggro control now, and now it's just about which does it best. And I would say Pepe does because they can either kill you real quick by I'm just showing Draco Plush, but you also know the Perform Pale, Sorcerer, Monkey Board, all those cards. They help you end the game really, really quick. Or they can decide to control the game now with cards like Cyber Dragon Infinity and Trap Chicks Reflegia. They allow them to have a lot of capabilities on the opponent's turn to stop them from doing shit. And it's kind of weird how Konami doesn't really release aggro decks or control decks anymore. They kind of just, they do, but they have no, they'll never shine because there's aggro control decks out there that are just way better than them, and Necros was one too during its heyday. So Konami has kind of changed how they used to print shit and make the game. Like the game used to be, you can either play a control deck in this format, as in Fire Fist, or you could play the Mermail deck, which was just aggro control back then. Like they were able to, with like Abyss Sphere, they were able to control what you do on their turn, and Abyss Giles, cards like that. And it's just really weird to me how Konami has started just making everything aggro control rather than making aggro decks or control decks like specifically. I don't know, it's just weird to me how like everything is aggro control now. It's something I just noticed today and wanted to talk about. Like literally everything is aggro control now. Like all three of these decks have been aggro control, and they were the best deck. Well, this was the best deck for a short amount of time before people realized, hey, there's this fucking deck. What YCS was it? YCS, was it San Jose? Where Cosmo was the best deck because no one really played this shit, and then as soon as people realized, oh, this deck exists, it was instantly the best deck, ARG Anaheim. I just had this deck up there because it's also an aggro control deck. I don't know. Just wanted to talk about that. Let me know what you guys think, how you feel about this, if you agree with me. I think I presented a good case for my argument. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. We're almost at 400. My goal is to get to 500. I'm going to set low goals, and then once we get to 500, I'll set another goal. So, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. YDD out. I'll see you guys next time.